and welcome to Roadside Republic on a day when campaigning is ended in seats across the country, including all 28 seats here in Karnataka. Well, ahead on the program, we'll take a look at what Priyanka Gandhi Vadra said about her cousin Varun and what he had to say in reply. And also, we'll listen to what some young people in Bangalore say. They're all excited about voting for the very first time. And also, we'll be joined by my colleague Monideepa Banerjee, who's right now in Darjeeling.
Thank you, Maya. Darjeeling cool and beautiful, but I'm getting you a special report from hot Bihar, a report on the Muslim vote in that state. But before that, an even more special report by two of our most intrepid reporters who are crisscrossing the country to feel the pulse of the people by train. Today is day 2 of their travels.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Ticket to India, show in which we are travelling through the length and breadth of the country to catch on to the pulse of the people and talk about issues that matter to you, the voter. Currently, as we make our journey from Tirunelveli to Jammu Tawi, we have stopped at Warangal station. We are here in Andhra Pradesh at this point, a state which is voting as a united Andhra for the very last time. Though this summer, as Andhra Pradesh goes out to vote, they do know they are voting for 2 different legislative bodies. But more on that. Before that, let me go across to Tejas, who's travelling from east to west, and let's catch up with what he's been up to.
Well, Sonal, I'm just now in a city which is perhaps closest to your heart. I'm in your hometown, Kanpur, and on day 2, our journey has focused on India's most politically important state, Uttar Pradesh.
We promised we'd take you all across the country on Roadside Republic, and we're certainly doing just that. But first, war between cousins is not new to India. Think about the Battle of Kurukshetra, think of the Mahabharata. Now a war that is not quite as bloody. It's being described as an ideological war by Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, but certainly not a family tea party. She is unhappy with things Varun Gandhi has said, and he says he's done nothing wrong, and she says that she's not unhappy that her views about Varun's speech were made public. Let's find out more. She spoke to Anand Zanane.
Is this a family war playing out? Why are you...
It's not a family tea party, it's an ideological war, and he's on the other side of that war. And I believe what I believe about this election in this country. And anybody, no matter how close they are, as blood relations, if they are going to be on that side of the ideological spectrum, then these are my beliefs.
So something that you're only saying because Varun is at the BJP, had he been with the Congress, these views would not have been expressed ever?
I'm saying this because he has expressed his views in the last election about certain things, and I don't agree with them. I strongly disagree with those views, and I feel that it's a betrayal of my family. My father died for the unity of this country. I cannot disrespect that for anybody, even if it were my own child.
The battle of ideology, now a bitter war of words. Priyanka not holding back, perhaps for the first time, openly criticizing cousin Varun. Her remarks coming at a time the other Gandhi was on his way to file his nomination in Sultanpur, just 50 kilometers from Amethi, Rahul and Priyanka's pocket borough. Varun, not known for holding back, gave almost an instant rebuttal, warning his older sister.
मैंने इन 10 वर्षों की राजनीति में कभी भी लक्ष्मण रेखा शालीनता की नहीं तोड़ी है। मेरा प्रयास ये रहा है कि चाहे वो अपने परिवार के लोग हों, चाहे वो दूसरे दल के वरिष्ठ नेता क्यों ना हो, हम लोग एक शालीनता की लक्ष्मण रेखा पार ना कभी करें। हमारे शराफत को, हमारे उदारता को कोई कमजोरी न समझे।
The 2 branches of the Gandhi family have been trading barbs since this leaked mobile video went public. In the video, Priyanka is heard saying that her cousin Varun Gandhi has gone astray and hinted that this time people not vote for him. Varun's mother and BJP leader Priyanka Gandhi hit out at Priyanka, saying the country will decide who has gone on the wrong path. Sultanpur and Amethi are barely a few kilometers apart, but both districts thrive on their connection with the Gandhi family. And with Varun, Sultanpur might get its own Gandhi. Ever since both factions of the family parted ways, politics has only deepened the divide within the Gandhi clan. And with each passing election, these differences are getting more pronounced. Instead of mending fences, these families are drifting further apart. With Madan Lal, camera persons Rajesh Gupta and Ramesh Verma, this is Anand Zanani for NDTV.
Certainly not a family tea party that was Anand Zanani reporting on that tiff between highly politically connected cousins. But back south to Karnataka now, where thousands of people are going to be voting for the first time, and they're pretty excited about that. It's sometimes a tussle to get your name on the electoral road, but thousands and thousands of youngsters are looking forward to going out there and getting that black mark on their fingers. We spoke to some of them to find out what they're looking for in candidates, how they decide, and what that first vote really means to them.
My first vote.
My first vote.
My first vote.
We're in the Bangalore office of Janagraha, an organization working in the field of citizenship and democracy. Keywords, especially in election season. Now, there's a lot of excitement among first-time voters actually getting to exercise their franchise. But in order to vote, you need to have your name on the election list. And that's something that Janagraha has been working on. So what has this organization really been doing in terms of updating the list?
Yes. So we have been updating a list in the view of having an empowered and legitimate political representation. This last 6 months, we've made about 1.5 lakh updations, which includes 80% additions and 20% of deletions as well as corrections.
Okay, so how important is it to you? Is it just something that people talk about, or does it really matter to you?
I think it makes a huge difference to be able to hold that kind of power that makes an actual difference to the way the country works. But yes.
How important is it?
And I think getting out there for the first time is really exciting because it's a way you really impact the political growth process of your country.
Is it a big deal for you too, or is it just something which everyone's doing, or is it important to you?
Yes, it does, because it's exciting. I mean, I'm obviously excited to have that little black mark on my finger.
Now finally you are, so you will be a first-time voter at 25, not because of lack of interest.
No, not because of lack of interest, because I've tried all 6 times and I've failed, and this is the 7th time, and this campaign has helped me.
What are the issues? What do you want? What are the changes you want?
The first change I want to see is honesty, which is really important. As you know, we're all fighting against this big battle against corruption.
I think it's just the implementation of the policies that we have so well on paper.
What about safety of women? Is that something which is there on the top of your mind?
We do not take buses out after 9 anymore because we don't feel safe, and it will be because of the cases that we have seen very recently in the past 5 years. It would be one of the major issues.
How do you decide who gets that black mark from you, who gets that vote from you?
Sadly, depends on the party.
On the party.
Because, I mean, it does matter if I am electing a person, regardless of which party he belongs to. If he is honest, he ought to be elected. But then I would not want to see a party that I believe might jeopardize the country. I may just use the Nota option.
Thank you so much. So all of you getting out there to vote. This young group of Bangaloreans certainly very concerned, very aware about what's going on politically. Excited to be exercising their very first vote, indeed. With Govind Murthy, Maya Sharma in Bangalore for NDTV.